Hi everybody, it's Jackie, and today's workout is called Fire 15. Now this was intended to be an intense exercise, but I happened to kick a chair and injured my toe. So I'm here to show you that even with small injuries you can still push through, just use modifiers. So today we're going to take all of the exercises and do them in a modified way. So this is great if you're injured or a beginner or just need to take a slower day for yourself. And I hope you enjoy it. They're going to be 15 exercises. Each exercise we're going to do for 1 minute, and then we're going to have a rest in between. And you can of course repeat this multiple times if you want, or just do it one time through. But always remember, the effort you put in is the kind of result that you're going to receive. So go for it. If you don't need to modify the exercise, go for the full one. Just give it your all and do your best. See you at the end of the workout. Get ready, because here we go. We're starting off with jumping jacks. So we're going to step our feet out and swing your arms. This is the modified version of a jumping jack. It's less impact for your feeties. Yay! Almost done. And rest. All right, good job. Now we're going to move into squats. So with this, you want to keep your feet your shoulder distance apart. You're going to want to sit back like you're sitting in a chair. You want to make sure your knees are on top of your ankles and not shooting past your toes. You should be able to see your toes or the tops of your shoes at all times. And go for it. Almost there. And rest. Perfect. Now I'm going to move my mat, but of course you don't have to. It's just to make you be able to see better. We're going to go into push-ups. If you haven't noticed by now, and I told you before, we're doing everything for a full minute. So go ahead and take your time with it. Make sure that you're doing good form with your push-ups. And you of course can go on your toes if you'd like, but this is a modified low impact workout, so I am definitely on my knees. Make sure you're leading with your chest when you go down and not your face or any other part of your body. You're moving your chest to the floor and then away. And it's easier if you think about pushing the ground away from you instead of pushing up from the ground. Almost there, almost there. And rest. Awesome job. Alright, now we're going to switch to the ground, and we are going to be going into bicycle crunches. And go. So you're just going to want to switch back and forth, taking your elbow to the opposite knee and shooting the opposite leg out into a straight angle like you see me doing. Make sure that your chest or your back, excuse me, is lifted off the mat and really engage that core. This is great for the lower and upper abs. Make sure you're really twisting each way. Here comes Blizzard to say hello and give kisses. You're almost there, almost there. Yeah, rest. Okay, now we're going to go into a modified burpee. Now burpees, you usually jump to the ground, push your feet out, and then jump back in. But with the modified burpee, we don't want to have too much impact. So we're going to squat, stand up, squat, and jump. Squat, stand up, squat, and jump. Just make sure that you're really getting the cardio in there. So jumping in this is kind of important. You could step your feet one foot in and then the next time the other foot in if you really can't do any jumping. But burpees are really hard, so try and make this at least a little bit difficult. Almost there, keep pushing. Perfect, and rest it out. See me fist pumping, hilarious. Now we're gonna go into single lunges. So I choose to step forward. It's a little bit easier on my knees. You of course could step backwards if you wanted to do that, but just make sure that you're keeping good form so your knee stays on top of your ankle, never shooting past your toes, and that you are going down instead of forward or backwards. You're going down. Almost done. Keep going. And rest. Perfect. Now go ahead and grab a chair or something that you can lean on the edge of. We're doing chair dips and go. So you're going to want to keep your bottom right next to the chair and just lower it and bring it up. You want to make sure that your elbows are going backwards, just like I'm showing you. And again, the further you put out your feet, the harder it's going to be. The closer in your feet are, the easier. Just make sure you're not using your legs to push you up. It's all about your triceps. I know they're difficult. Keep going. You're almost done. And rest. Perfect. All right, now we're going to go into front kicks. So I keep my arms kind of up for balance, and you're just going to want to kick forward, back, and forth. It's helpful to think about bringing the knee into the chest and kicking out to keep good kicking form. It's called a push kick. But just kicking in any way you want. You of course can kick lower if you would like. But just know the higher that you bring your knee, the more you're engaging your core. So who doesn't want to work their hamstrings and their core? I do. Almost there. And rest. All right, so I'm going to move my mat once again for you to have a better view. And now we're going to go into plie squats. So with these squats, you want to keep your feet nice and wide. You can push out your toes if you would like a little bit, or you can keep your feet straight. And again, you just want to sit back, making sure that your knee is never going further than your toes. Knees on top of the ankles, sit back. Almost there. Perfect, and rest. Okay, now we're going to go back down to the floor because we are going to go into crunches. Ooh, ooh. So with a crunch, you're just going to make sure that you are lifting your back off of the mat and really engaging the core. Crunches aren't so much about how high you're lifting, but they are about how tense you are getting your muscles. You really tense up your core, and that is when it's actually working. It's also really good to go a little bit slower with these. When you're faster, you're not really having to engage your muscles as hard. So even holding for like 1 second at the top and then releasing down is actually going to give your core a really good workout. It's not always about speed, ladies and gentlemen. Almost there. And I was checking my time, and we're done. Well, we're not done, but rest. We have a few more left. Now I'm going to grab my resistance band. You, of course, can use weights if you like to. I just wanted to show you guys a different option. This is a little less expensive. You can get them at Walmart, Target, any other place. And you're just going to want to step your feet on top of it and then push overhead. If this is too difficult, you'll see in a second, I'm going to step 1 foot back. It just has a little less distance to go, or actually gives you more distance, so it's a little bit easier. So see, now I have 1 foot stepped back and only one holding the resistance band down. So make it a little bit easier for you to get it done. No shame if you got to use 1 foot. It doesn't matter. You got to do what works for you. Just make sure that you're pushing yourself, and you will see results. All right, rest. Now we're going to go into high knees as I do a little bit of a robot. And go. Okay, so with normal high knees, you of course do it more in a running style, but for less impact, you can just lift your knees and just make sure you're lifting them really high, and as soon as you put 1 foot down, you're going up to the next. And also, it's really good to remember that the higher you lift your knee, the more you're engaging your core, and also moving your arms helps you burn more calories. I was having fun with my music and deciding to be a dork. So go for it. I might, make sure no one's watching you if you get embarrassed like that, but obviously I don't care that much. So dance it out, get moving. Almost there. All right, rest. Okay, now we are going to go into squats again. So same thing as we did before. Make sure that the weight is in the back of your heels, you're sitting backwards, that your knee is always on top of your heel, not shooting past your toe, and squat it out. We only have we have one exercise left, guys. Ooh, ooh. Almost there. Okay, and don't be mad. I actually fibbed a little bit. There's 2 exercises left. So we're going to go into bicep curls. Grab the same resistance band, or of course you can use normal weights. And you can step 2 feet on it and pull up, or you could do 1 foot just like you did with the overhead presses if you need less resistance. No big deal. Just make sure that you have your elbows right in front of your ribs and that you are really isolating the bicep when you pull up. And again, the same thing with crunches and other workouts. It's not always about the speed. The slower you go, the more you have to engage the muscle. So go ahead and take your time with it and really make your muscles work for you. And almost done, almost done. Done, rest. All right, so we saved the most painful for last. We're gonna get down and do a 1-minute plank. I'm gonna do mine on my hands and toes. You can bring it back down to your hands and knees if you'd like. Stepping your feet out wider will make it a little bit more easy. Just make sure that your bottom is down and that you're really engaging your core, and just hold that position now. I know, it's not fun times. You can do it. You're a warrior. You got this. Almost there. Push, push, push. Come on, you got it in you. You can do it. Almost there. You can do it. Keep pushing, keep pushing. And 3, 2, 1. You did it! Congratulations, you did it. I hope you enjoyed today's workout. We got to work our arms, our legs, our core, everything. You got a little bit of cardio in there to spike your heart rate. And as you can see, you can still work out even if you have an injury or if you're just starting out. Just build up over time. So I hope you enjoyed today's workout. You of course can repeat this multiple times if you want a better result. And I will see you on Wednesday. Have a great week. Bye!